interesting. I was just hearing how Republicans were ecstatic yesterday.
Right.
What they were ecstatic about, I guess, is that the bar has been set so low that the American people found out once again that, like Donald Trump's intel chiefs have been saying for a year, Russia interfered with American democracy. Russia interfered with your democracy and my democracy. They interfered with American democracy. We learned that first. The second thing we learned was that Donald Trump and his campaign team happily welcomed that, aggressively welcomed it. They were grateful for it. We also learned that when federal agents tried to investigate this, that one member of the Trump team after another member of the Trump team lied about those contacts. And then we learned from Robert Mueller that Donald Trump, the President of the United States, lied about the Russians trying to infiltrate. He even lied when he was sending back his questions under oath. So we learned that Donald Trump committed perjury. He lied under oath. And then, of course, as we heard there, we learned that American democracy is still under threat from the Russians. And so just a little nightcap for Russians who have to be celebrating the fact that the entire Republican Party are useful idiots for them now and have flung open their arms for the Russians to come and undermine American democracy. Last night, Mitch McConnell allowed 2 measures to protect America from Russian cyber invasion. Mitch McConnell killed 2 bills that would actually protect this country. So Republicans, yes, please celebrate. What a great day it was for you and Vladimir Putin. I know you are happy about it. Good luck with that, comrades.
And the other thing we learned, thanks to Republican questions, is that the president can be indicted when he leaves office. So that was a
victory
that we're grateful for.
Big victory for them. I mean, Willie Geist, my gosh, if I'm a Republican, I'd be thrilled by the fact that I found out the President of the United States lied under oath, which, by the way, we impeached Bill Clinton for, and all of them said Bill Clinton should be impeached for. The President lied under oath. The Russians tried to interfere with American democracy. The President of the United States and his team welcomed it. And things are still happening today where they're trying to interfere with democracy, and Mitch McConnell and Republicans will do nothing to stop it. That's how Republicans actually define a good day in the age of Trump.
Well, a good day was, they believe, protecting President Trump, which is what they all went out there to do yesterday. It's fair to say that Democrats did not have the day they wanted, that Bob Mueller was not the witness they were hoping for, that there wasn't some new evidence presented or some new context given that would perhaps convince the American public that this president had to be impeached. But as you say, Bob Mueller agreed with Adam Schiff when he's asked if it was unpatriotic and wrong to seek foreign assistance during a presidential campaign. He said he got Bob Mueller to say that, no, I did not exonerate the president. He got Bob Mueller to say, I did not conclude that there was no obstruction. Those were questions from Jerry Nadler. So, you know, I think we've talked about this so long that it's sort of been baked in. But if you take a step back and look again at the report, it's damning, it's devastating. The question now is, what do Democrats want to do with all the information they have and the final testimony they got from Bob Mueller?
Well, Mickey, you know, some people will talk about optics. Optics don't really matter here. The Democrats got all the facts they needed.
Yeah.
That the President of the United States acted inappropriately. They should either start an impeachment inquiry or they should leave it for good. But you know what? If they don't start an impeachment inquiry, given all we learned yesterday, then obviously nothing justifies an impeachment inquiry. And the Democrats not starting that inquiry will be proving Donald Trump right, that he can do the equivalent of shooting somebody on Fifth Avenue. And nothing will be done about it. I mean, the Republicans, so the Democrats learned all of that again yesterday, had all of that confirmed again yesterday. The Republicans spent their day screaming at a guy who is a Vietnam War hero, a Marine who's in the Ranger Hall of Fame, because of the risks that he took in Vietnam to save the lives of his band of brothers, a guy that got shot in Vietnam, a guy whose knees were so bad he couldn't go to Vietnam, but he trained hard to do everything he could do to go over to Vietnam, a guy that guided this country so ably through 9/11 that he was asked to stay on in an unprecedented way past 10 years. That's the American hero that a lot of these losers were screaming at and yelling at. And afterwards, which I think is really sick, they were celebrating the fact that he's obviously challenged by some condition. And the fact that they were cheering that afterwards and talking about how he was struggling with this word shows how sick and how low Donald Trump's Republican Party is now going. How twisted it is. It's very sad.
Along with Joe, Willie, and me, we have MSNBC contributor Mike Barnicle, national affairs analyst for NBC News and MSNBC, John Heilman, NBC News correspondent covering national security and intelligence, Ken Delaney. And great to have you all on board. We're going to dive deeper into Robert